Guys, work group is like a peer-to-peer only. So peer-to-peer is like a work group, or work group is like a peer-to-peer. Anything you can use it that time to this time. Okay. The work group is like a peer-to-peer. It is a decentralized administration. Decentralized administration. It does not contain any centralized control. Guys, we have our own computer is there. Okay. My computer is my computer only. It is not part of anything like what we can say. What I'm trying to say is, here it is my computer. I went to my settings, system, about my computer details. I'm going to rename this PC advanced here. Rename this PC advanced. So can you see here it is it's showing my computer name and a work group as a work group. So I am the member of work group. You can see here I am the member of work group. Already in a slide it is there, so you can try. I'm a member of work group. I'm not a member of domain. I'm a member of work group. Okay, member of work group. Save. I will save it. I will change my name. People should not know names, IP addresses. Okay, guys. IDs, names, IDs, IP addresses, MAC addresses. Even no one will attack you, but better to not to show the people. Okay. So what is this? It is some work groups. Okay. So I am belongs to work group, not belongs to domain. That's the first point I am trying to. I am belongs to work group. I cannot connect it to domain. Why? Because of I'm a home edition. I'm a Windows 10 home edition, so I cannot join into the domain. So home edition does not have some features. Okay, I am belongs to work group, not belongs to domain, and I cannot be a member of any domain. Why? Because I am Windows 10 home edition. If I'm a pro edition or an enterprise edition, I can be a member of some domain, available domain. Okay. Okay, but I am a work group. So individually, whether your PC is a home edition or a domain computer, sorry, whether your Windows 10 is or Windows 11 or maybe Windows 8 or Windows 7, whatever it is, like a home edition or a pro edition or enterprise edition, guys, generally it is belongs to work group only because it's a individual PC. Work group PCs are a individual PCs. Individual PCs works on its own. Like this is a PC, and this is I have another computer. I have another computer. I have another computer. These are all individual PCs. Okay, and uh, and who is the administrator of these PCs? Their own user account is the administrator. Every PC, two type of accounts are there. One is admin accounts, means administrator account, administrator account. Second one is standard account. Standard account. In a work group, in any local PC having a two type of account. One is a administrator's account, another one is standard account. By default, the first user in the computer, when you install operating system and you create an account, that is the administrator account by default. Your Windows 10 or Windows 11 or Windows 8, whatever it is, the first account in the PC is automatically a administrator account. For example, here in this PC, I created a account Ayesha. Easy names, all are easy only. Rahul, Ajay. Okay. So I have a computers. These people are sitting like this. Only small names. That's why I taken these names. Okay. So each one has a each PC is there. Like this is a PC1, for example, or you can take PCA kind of stuff also. This is PC2. This is PC3. Computer name is PC3. This is a PC4. And four computers are there. Four computers. Each computer, first computer for Ayesha. So I created a first account is Ayesha. Same. This is for a Rahul. Rahul account I created here. I created Ajay account in third computer. Akhil in a fourth computer I created. Now there's a four computers, four users. So Ayesha is a admin for PC1. Rahul is a admin for PC2. Ajay is a administrator in the PC3. Akhil is administrator for PC4. So Ayesha want to install some application in PC1. She can do it. Uh, Uninstall the application. Yes, we can do it. Ayesha account, with the account of Ayesha, we can able to change some settings. For example, I want to change the computer name. I can change it. With the Ayesha account, I can change the computer name. I can change the IP address. I can change certain settings. I can take backup. I can restore the backup. I can install application. I can uninstall the application. I can do local policies. Like I want to create certain policy for this PC. I can do with this account directly. Firewall settings we can able to do it. Okay, or a firewall policies we can able to do it. App locker policies we can implement in the this PC using Ayesha account. In PC2, using Rahul, Rahul account, so I log in with the Rahul account and I can able to modify the device settings or partitioning or maybe installation of application, uninstallation of applications, modifying a certain setting related. Okay, I can do in a PC2. Okay, same goes for Ajay, same goes for Akhil also. So each PC has their own administrator account. Using that administrator account, we can administrate the PC. We can administrate the PC. Understand this point, guys, up to here? I have written manually also here it is. Like Akash, Kirti, Deepak, Mansi, Arvaz, like that. Four PCs I have taken, five PCs I have taken. Each PC has their own local administrator. Each PC means in my PC, this is my account username means is the administrator of my PC. So what he can able to do? So he can change the settings, he can give permission, he can install application, he can uninstall application, he can install the drivers, he can uninstall the drivers, he can modify certain settings, he can create own rules, local group policy rules, he can able to do it. Okay, guys, up to this point understand? And
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
so Ayesha is a user here, Rahul is a user here, Ajay is a user here, Akhil is user here. Ajay information, user information, password, profile data stored in PC3 only. Akhil, user information, password information stores in PC4 only. When Rahul is trying to log into PC2, in a PC2, Rahul went to the PC2 and put a Rahul name and password. Who will authenticate? PC2. Why? PC2 contains information about Rahul, username and password. Okay. Same goes for Ayesha. Ayesha is go to PC1 and try to log into PC1. PC1 authenticate Ayesha account. Why? Because of Ayesha user information, password stored in PC1. Ajay username, password stored in PC3. Ajay can log into PC3. Akhil's username and password stored in PC4. So PC4 authenticate Akhil and Akhil can log into PC4. Up to here. Okay. Now, if Ayesha want to log into PC2, like she put a name Ayesha and password. Is Ayesha can able to log into PC2? Or Ajay can able to log into PC4? Or maybe Ajay can able to log into PC1? Or Rahul can able to log into PC3? They cannot log in. Why? Because of this user information, password information not available in a PC4. Ajay username password not available in a PC4. Rahul username and password information not available in a PC3. Okay. So Ajay user information, password information not stored in a PC1. So one user cannot maintain. Okay. So cannot a user of one PC cannot log into another PC. Second one is if Ayesha want to control PC2 or PC3 or PC4 cannot. Why? Because Ayesha is the admin for PC1, not for PC2 or PC3 or PC4. No centralized administration and one PC administrator cannot administrate other PCs. One PC account is cannot log into other users. Okay. So this is second point. The third point is, for example, guys, if you look at my desktop, see lot of icons, lot of data is there. I have a computers, 4 computers are there here. So I want to tell to each and every computer, I go to each and every computer and I make a rule. User cannot create data on the desktop. User cannot create data on the desktop, means he cannot put any data on the desktop. Okay, so that is the rule. Okay, that is the rule. 4 computers. So I have to go to 4 computers. I told this rule. So user cannot create a data on the desktop. That is a local group policies are there using group policies. When a user want to create a data on the desktop, automatically it's a no, you cannot create. Okay, so like that. Now 4 PCs. Okay, I can go to 4 PCs. I can do it. For example, I have 10 computers. Each computer I have to go and apply this policy. Each computer have to go apply this policy. Can I do it? 10 computers, no problem. 20 computers, we'll do it. 40 computers, 50 computers, 100 computers, 200 computers, 500 computers. So what will happen? I have to go to each and every computer to apply this policy. So 500 computers is almost impossible. Okay, so 50 computers, okay, it will take 2 days time, but 100 computers, 1000 computers, like that number of device increases, it is difficult to manage individually. Guys, we are having a one computer, maximum 2 computers at home. We can easily manage. We don't require any centralized controller. But in an organization, we have a lot of computers, not a 10 computers or 20 computers, not even a 50 computers. There is a hundreds of computers or a thousands of computers in a organizations. So we cannot go to each and every computer to apply a policy or settings or control kind of stuff. We cannot do it. So how it is possible? Okay, okay, we can't do it. So that is the point here. It is that's it. So 1 second, we will go back to this work group again. What is a work group? Decentralized administration means there is no centralized controller. Every PC or a system has their own administrator. So using that administrator account, we can able to manage our computer. Means we can change the settings, we can install, uninstall applications. Okay, we can install, uninstall it, we can do settings, we can change its permissions, we can create a policies in an individual pieces. Okay, so one user cannot log into other PCs. Password, user information, password information, settings stored in their own PCs. Okay, user can control, manage individually, not centrally. We cannot manage all these species centrally. Individually, we have to manage in the work group. Okay, number of species are increases, number of systems are increases. Difficult to manage. It is difficult to manage. Yes, this is about your work group. Okay, this is about your work group. Then what is a domain? What is a domain? How domain environment is look like? It is the same diagram only, but little bit changes required. I need a little space requirement is there. Same diagram, but little changes. So here, these are all in the same network, but in the domain environment, we have a centralized control. It means we have a centralized administration, centralized server is there. So this is the server. Okay, this server we call it as a domain controller. This server we call it as a domain controller. So what is this domain controller? So I'm removing this. Okay, the local users will be there, but they are not active now in this environment. So we'll see. So we have a computers. Earlier, these computers are in the work group. Now, these computers will be in the domain. These computers are in the domain. What is the meaning of that one? So we'll see. So I have a centralized computer that is called a domain controller. It is in the domain controller. What is this domain controller? Contains a database. Contains a database which stores user information, computer information, group information, and resources information and services information. And these domain controllers also do authenticate users when they log into the computers. Okay. Again, I'm opening my settings, guys. Are not required. I have a picture here. Okay. So I have a picture here. So if you look at this picture closely, like member of work group. So I have a computer, this computer. I select a member of domain and the domain having a domain name. For example, my domain name is any domain name. I can put it like a tata.com, contaso.com, microsoft.com. So Microsoft given some .com names, so anybody can use it. Contaso.com. This .com can be used by anyone. So this is contaso.com. So for example, that is my domain name, which is maintained by domain controller. Okay, so I select in my computer, I went to my member of, select domain, and given under this one as a like this, like a contoso.com, and click OK. Then it is asked authentication. It will ask authentication. You have to give this administrator password kind of stuff, domain account information you have to give. Then you'll be joined into the domain. So here it is, PC1. In the PC1, I went to the settings, go to system, go to about, rename this PC advanced, select change. Here in this one, change, select member of domain. So you have to select this domain and type the domain name and click OK. Why cannot able to type it? I can't able to, this is not highlighting because Windows 10 Home editions cannot able to join into the domain. So that is a one point, guys. So anyway, if I'm using Pro also, I don't join, but member of domain, then give it a domain name. Once you are given a domain name, it will ask for authentication. Once you are given authentication, so in this database, your PC information went. Your PC's information go to in this database. Under computers, you can see PC1, then PC2, then PC3, and PC4. I added PC1, PC2, PC3, and PC4 computers to the domain. So how many are there in my domain? These first 4 computers in the domain I added there. Next, in the domain. So guys, once you are joining once you join or you are become a member of a domain, so your computer is a domain computer. Your computer is a domain computer. Domain computer is a domain computer. Next step, you have a users. I creating a users here in the domain controller. I am creating users. User 1, user 2, user 3, user 4, user 5, user 6, user 7, like that I can able to create. Now user 1 is login to PC1, where user is created, user created in a domain controller, and user is login to domain computer. User is created in domain controller server, and I am logging to computer PC, regular PC. I am logging to normal PC. Okay. So what will happen when you log in? Like you put a username and the password when you put it. So PC1 does not know about user 1 and their password. PC1 having a local username and password information, but does not know about a user 1 or a password information, like this user and the password information, because it is created in this. Okay, so what will happen whenever you log into PC1 with user 1 and with the password? This information sent to the domain controller. Domain controller verifies username and password. In a domain controller, it verifies username and password. That is called a authentication. And once it is verified, it is good. then it is a yes. Your authenticated user and password is verified. It is authenticated. So user 1 can able to log into PC1. Okay. User 1 can log into PC1. This is authentication process. Earlier, in an earlier example I have told, so user is trying to log into the PC will authenticate. Why? Because of the PC contains user information and password information, right? So here it is, PC does not contains this domain user informations. Domain controller having this domain user and their password information. So that's why, for example, user 2 want to log into this PC2, then again request sent to the domain controller. The domain controller verify the user 2 and it will authenticate user 2. And then domain controller will tell this is user is verified and authenticated. Okay. So this is the, so again point here, domain controller has a database. It maintains the database which contains information of your computers and users, groups, service, and resources information. Like you have a printer, the printer information also stored in this database. And domain controller authenticate users when they log into the domain computers. Okay. So here it is. When our user is log into the domain computer, the request go to the domain controller for authenticating users. So domain controller verify the user information and password. So once it is verified, it authenticate the user. It authenticate the user. So then user can log into the computer. And okay, user the users in the domain can log into any domain computer. So I'm trying to log in user 1 here, user 2 here, user 3 here, user 4 here. Okay. And user 5 is trying to log in here. What will happen? It cannot log in. User 5 is trying to log in here. He cannot log in. Why he cannot log in? PC5 is not belongs to domain. PC5 is not belongs to domain. PC5 is in the same network but not in the same domain. But not in the same domain. That's why this is called a logical administrative boundary of users and computers. That is called a domain. It is not in the domain. So not in the domain means it cannot able to access any domain related kind of stuff. No domain users can able to access kind of stuff. Okay. It is a separate one. So one of my sir told one example is that time, which the olden days, only one that example. For example, there is a XYZ party is there, political party. You are a member of XYZ party. You are a member of XYZ party. So what are the party giving benefits to this employees? Sorry, yeah, employees are a party members. They will get a benefit, right? And this member cannot be a member of another party. For example, there is a ABC party. He is a member of XYZ party and also a member of ABCT party. No, no. Okay, he should be a member of either XYZ or ABC or ideal person. Like a, for example, XYZ is a domain, ABC is a domain. Okay, you are not belongs to any of the domain. You are become a work group. Either you are a work group or you are belongs to a domain. Once you are belongs to a domain, you'll get all policies, all rules and regulations based on the domain. If you not belongs to any domain, so you won't get any kind of policies or regulations or anything, you won't get it. So that is easy to understand actually, but now people don't know. So very simple, guys. The PC5 is not belongs to our domain, right? So we cannot log into PC5. Next point is, guys, last point, not last point, the another point. As I said, I want to apply a policy on these computers. Okay, on these computers, I have to apply a policy. For example, it is belongs to network security policy. I have to configure each and every computer. It is difficult. I have 100 computers are there. I can't go to each and every computer to apply certain settings. Like a firewall settings, I have to do it. Each and every computer I have to go to do firewall setting. 100 computers. It's a very difficult. So what we am doing is I create a group policy. I create a group policy and I put a group policy on a domain controller and I connect, I told apply this group policy settings to all the computers in the network or all the users in the network. Okay. So this policy, the settings in the policy will be applicable to all the computers or maybe multiple computers based on how you link the policy. But in general, I am telling. So 100 computers are there. I have to apply a policy for all 100 computers. I'll create a group policy in the domain controller. I link the group policy and apply to everyone. Okay. So then all PCs will configure with the firewall setting. Maybe I want to give a setting like a on desktop user cannot create any data, or if your user is created any data on the desktop, redirect the data to some central storages. User should not shut down the computer. Okay, I can able to shut down my computer, right? So I can create a rule that is user cannot shut down their computer. The shutdown button will be must be removed. He can log out but not shut down. That rule I can able to do it. Okay. User cannot delete any files. Maybe I have a there is some 50 computers required an application. 50 computers required some application. I cannot go to each and every computer to install an application, right? So what I do using group policy, I can distribute that application, deploy the application to these 50 computers. These 50 computers. So that is what I'm trying to say, trying to explain about a domain. Again, what is a domain, guys? Centralized administration, centralized control. Domain controller is a server. Okay, the domain controller is nothing but a server. It is a centralized administration. Domain is a centralized administration. Centralized controller is there. That is nothing but a domain controller. What is a domain controller? Is a nothing but a server. Domain administrator is a admin for all systems in the domain. For all these domain computers, domain users, for all domain users, domain computers, domain resources. Who is a administrator? Domain administrator is a administrator. Okay, not an individual one like a user one. Here, not administrate PC1. He cannot administrate. He is login as a normal user, standard user only. There is a admin user is there. This admin user is the administrator for all the computers in centralized administration. Okay, yeah, we can enforce various type of settings to large number of users and computers in the domain using group policy. What is group policy? What is group policy? We have to. What is group policy? We are enforcing various type of settings. What is various type of settings? Firewall settings, network settings, application deployment, application deployment, um, desktop settings, desktop folder redirection settings. Okay, certain restrictions, application access restrictions. Okay, these are the settings, or printer deployments, printer settings. Okay, enforce these settings to uh, large number of users and computers. Means there is 100 users are there. I am giving these settings to all these 100 users. There is a 50 computers. I am giving this policy to 50 computers like this. Okay. So what is a group policy, guys? Enforce various type of settings to large number of users and computers in the domain. Okay. So what is this domain? Domain controller. So I said it is a centralized controller. Is there is a centralized controller called a domain controller? Is a domain controller. Okay. So how it is controlled? It contains a database called a Active Directory database, which is having information about users, computers, groups, services, resources, and other information. Domain user can log into any domain computer. Domain user can log into any domain in the computer. Okay. Domain user can log into any computer in the domain. So here also I have written the explanation, little explanation I given. So domain user means you create a user in the domain controller. That user can log into any domain computer. Okay, and who will authenticate that user? Who will authenticate that user is by domain controller only. Will authenticate that user is a domain controller only. Guys, this is the about your work group and domain. Just read it once, like a 1 minute. Take a read it once. Hello. Okay. Guys, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready. Okay. This is about a work group and domain, and there is small topic is connected to that one. It means what is actually domain, what is Active Directory part. Okay, and actually we have to discuss about DHCP and DNS. Okay, DHCP and DNS we have to discuss. There's two topics are there. Mm. But first of all, we'll discuss about a Active Directory. Okay. So today is a Friday, guys. Tomorrow, Saturday, morning session is there. Important session, that is Outlook. Okay. Not DHCP DNS. DHCP DNS I will take on Monday. Okay. Or I will forward some videos about DHCP DNS. You can go through once. First of all, I will forward one video. That is a very important one. Okay. That is about your work group and domain only. So you can skip first part of work group and domain part. Explanation about work group and domain. Um, Not all these parts. I will go to show all. Okay, so there is like this parts are there. So I will tell you what is, yeah, this is the one. Okay, work group domain, work group domain, Active Directory. What is Active Directory users? How to create a user? How to create a how to reset the password kind of stuff? How ticket will occurs? So it's a completely discussion topic only, guys. So practically I showed it. So normally server is there, user is there, that kind of stuff. We may not get it. So I will prefer people to watch this one, but mostly people don't watch it. Okay, I know it. You can skip some part. Maybe one day I have to sit and split the window also. Then you may get it. Like, see, this is still explanation. These are all explanations only. Okay, so I will go to server. So I open a server like this. See, here it is a Windows server. It is a 2016 server. Okay, it is a server. I created a OU, and even I explained what is OU also. So I created a OU and I create a user here. Okay, I creating a user here. I created a user and user created in the server. I created user in the server. I will make it little bit otherwise. Okay. So you can see here I created a user in this Active Directory, users and computers. I created a user. Almost like a after 1 hour. It is 1 hour 30 minutes video. If you want a practical directly, 1 hour, after 1 hour you can watch it directly. So it's only 30 minutes. I showed as a practical. So I creating a user like this. I think I create a group policy also. Now once I created a user, I am going to my client, means if there is a Windows 10 computer is there. I went to the Windows 10 computer. So I join the Windows 10 computer to domain. Now I'm trying to log into Ashwini username. Okay, I'm trying to log into my client. The first PC I showed, that is server. This is the client PC. So I create a user in the server and I create a user in the server and I log into client with that. Sorry, I create a user in the server. I log into client with that user, okay. So that user, the Ashwini user, is not created in the client. It is created in the server only. So here it is. I log in with the user. It will take time for a complete login kind of stuff. So a lot of people may they try, okay, it is the same topic, why should we do? Guys, For L1 support, this is the best video as I know, because it's like I showed how to create an account and how to log into the account to the client computer, and how to reset the password. The last point is how to reset the password. So you got a service ticket. You got a service ticket. This is the explanation about group policy part. Okay, so that is a group policy part. And also last part I told, it is also contains a group policies and explanation like how group policy will be created. I didn't remember, even I did watch the recent years. Okay, uh, and also it is contains information like a you got a ticket, guys, service request. You got a service request in the change of password. For example, I am the user, I forget my account user password. I remember the name, but I forget the password. I raise the ticket. I raise the info ticket. So this is the particular username. I forget the password. Please reset the password. So I asking to the service desk. So what you have to do? What you will do? So as a service desk, you have to reset the password, right? How to reset the password? You have to go to the server. You have to log into the server and go to where is the user, and you have to reset the password and give the password, new password to the user, and user can able to log in. Okay. So that is one is I explain how to create a user, how to log in the user practical, and how to create a group policy I explained here, and also how to reset the password is also explained here. So better to watch after 1 hour. Okay, because first 1 hour is about explanation about what is group policy and all. Of course, there is a theory writing is also there. If you want, you can watch it, or you can watch it from almost after 55 minutes. So I'm sharing this thing to your compulsory watch it, guys. Okay, so at least you know something like in a practical. If you want to do practically, there's a lot of practical videos are there. Okay, so better to watch it. Okay, this is entirely the explanation theory part. So this is how to join in the domain. It is around 55 minutes and all. It is started how to join the domain stuff. Okay. You can use like a 55 minutes. At least you can skip up to 50. Later you can watch from 50 minutes to ending. Almost it is a 40 minutes video. Okay, it is very useful. My point is very useful. At least one or two people try. If you find good, then you can try. All remaining are a theory only, except these things, except BS 15, 16. These are a practical oriented. Theory and practicals are there. Theory and practicals are there. Okay. Remaining our service desk, not a practical. This is I have taken for a service desk purpose only. This class I have taken purely for service desk purpose. Okay, so I have checked 1 month back also, 63 views, still 63 views. Even we will tell, so better to watch this one, better to do this one. People don't watch it. People want something variety, like a big names, AL, ML, artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? No one knows. Machine learning. What machine? What is learning? Uh, the basics are very important, guys. Whatsoever it is, like learning of new technologies important as well as basics. Okay, all the things, entire infrastructure, whatever the things we are using, is works based on a very basic things. For example, as I said, the data center. All the words are used in a data center is what we learn, that one only. Servers, routers, switches, fiber optical cables, network cables, right? Normal cables we are used. Okay. Storage, storage devices, that is we are used. That is a data center. And top of data center, virtualizing the data center, connecting the data center over internet. That is nothing but a cloud. What is cloud? Cloud is not a magic. Cloud is nothing but a, we are accessing different resources like a virtual machines, applications, storages, um, development environments like a platforms, database resources. We are accessing over a internet, public internet. Internet. Internet means public. That is a cloud. So where it is located, where is your virtual machines? EC2 means virtual machine only. Where is this virtual machine? Where is this data? Where is this your database servers? Where is the application environment? Where is your applications running? Where is your storage? Storing the data in the data centers only. In the data centers only. And data centers build up of servers, routers, switches, all components are there. Okay, so that is the base, guys. You want to become stronger in advanced field, advanced technologies. You want to become a stronger in that one. Better to know the basics. I'm not saying better to be strong in the basics. I'm not saying that one. I'm saying know the basics, then you can become stronger in the advanced technologies. Latest technology. I'm not saying advanced technologies. Better is to use the latest technology. You want to be stronger in the latest technologies. Better to know the basics. That is the correct sentence. Okay. So yeah, sorry, I told something, but it is important to know about this video. This is the main point, and not other points. Okay, I'm not going to any other. Okay, guys, here it is. Your Active Directory domain. Okay, I didn't share you this PPTs also, right? I will share this one also. So guys, what is a domain? When you search in a Google about what is domain, you'll get a different kind of answers. So domain is also, we can, some people tell, like a field. Field. What is your field? It's a IT field, Java domain, or a networking domain, supporting domain. Okay, so domain, the word is used for a group. We are using this domain word for telling a group. So when you got a question, what is a domain in an interview, it is don't search in a Google immediately and tell some that answer. Okay. So now he is asking about a Active Directory domain. The guy is asking, the interviewer asking what is domain, means it is Active Directory domain only. What is Active Directory domain? A logical administrative boundary of users and computers. It is a domain controller, and the computers and the printers, users, all are belongs to one single domain. It means logically they all belongs to same domain. But physically all these are in the same network, same logical network, same physical network can be there, but logically these devices, users, resources are belongs to the same domain. So it is logical boundary, not a physical boundary. It is a logical boundary, even though I have put it like this, right? It's a logical boundary, not a physical boundary. What is Active Directory, guys? What is an Active Directory? Active Directory domain. What is an Active Directory? Active Directory maintain the database. So Active Directory database stores identity of users, computers, groups, services, and resources information or resources. That is also enough. Or you can cut very small also. Active Directory database stores information of users and computers. Information of users and computers. That is also you can cut it. Guys, again, what is an Active Directory? Active Directory database stores identity of users, computers, groups, services, and resources information, and it authenticates users and computers when they log into domain or a network, we can say, or you can use another sentence called Active Directory authenticate users when they log into domain computers. Active Directory authenticate users when they log into domain computers. That is also correct sentence only. Okay, guys. Again, what is an Active Directory? Active Directory database stores information of users and computers, and Active Directory authenticate users when they log into domain computers. See, it is simple also there. Okay. Either you can choose any simple sentence or lengthy sentence, but do not change the meaning of the sentence. Okay, don't tell something like a Active Directory is a Microsoft, and it is Microsoft came into market in 2000. That time it is there. So don't tell that bakwa stories, guys. Tell about Active Directory, not other things. Okay. So of course other things also there, but important is two important guys in Active Directory. One is database, another one is authentication. One is database, another one is authentication. Simple to remember. Active Directory, 2 points. First point, database. Second point, authentication. Okay. First point, database. What is database? It contains some information. Which information? Okay. So it contains information. Database contains information. Which information? User information, computers information. Of course, you can add a resource information, like a printer, scanners information, services information, groups information. It is there. But first two are important: user and computers, because that is we are confidently we know it. Remaining you don't know at present. Okay, maybe in future you may know. Okay, so 2 points. What is Active Directory? Two important. First one is database. Second one is authentication. The first one is database, means it stores information. What information? User, group, computers, services, and resource information. What is the second point? Authentication. Active Directory authenticate users when they log into domain. When user is required authentication at login time only, right? So user is log into your computer and we do authentication. That is the thing. Okay. So that is Active Directory, first 2 points. Next one is Active Directory, first point is database. What is the name of the database is NTDS.DIT. What is the name of the database is NTDS.DIT. New Technology Directory Service Directory Information Tree. New Technology Directory Service Directory Information Tree. Next, authentication protocol. Authentication protocol. So to authenticate users, we follow the protocol to authenticate. One is Kerberos, another one is LDAP. One is Kerberos, another protocol is LDAP protocol. We use both protocols to authenticate users. Importantly, it is Kerberos. Port number is 88, LDAP is 389. Authenticate users, right? So again, same points. Database, authentication. What is database contains? User information, computer information, group information, services, and resource information. Authentication, what it will authenticate? When users log into domain computer, it authenticate users. Okay. So it is storing data in the database. The database name is NTDS.DIT. It authenticates users using protocols called like Kerberos and LDAP protocols. Okay, so that is about your Active Directory. Of course, this Active Directory word is introduced in the Microsoft services as a Microsoft service in the Windows Server 2000. We have a Windows servers, NT server is there. Before this one, there is a Windows server, NT server is there. But Active Directory word used in 2000. And this active directory is name changed to Active Directory Domain Services because Active Directory 5 services are there. In 2008 server, we have a 5 servers are there in Active Directory. That's why this Active Directory name changed to Active Directory Domain Services. What are they remaining is Active Directory Certification Service, Active Directory RMS, ADRMS means Right Management Service, Active Directory Certification Service, Active Directory Right Management Service, Active Directory Federation Service, Active Directory Lightweight Directory Access Service. These services are there along with Active Directory Domain Services, ADDS. ADDS, Active Directory Domain Services, plus other Active Directory services are ADCS, ADRMS, ADFS, ADLDS. Totally 5 AD services. But original Active Directory services, Active Directory Domain Services in 2008. So it is continue from 2008, 2012, 2016, 2019 also. Okay, guys. Out of these points, very important. First two plus next two. First two are Active Directory domain, database stores identity of users and computers kind of stuff, and authenticates users when they log into domain computer. Next two is database name, authentication protocols name. This is NT server. In a NT server, instead of Active Directory database kind of stuff, so we use SAM database. So NTDS.DIT database name is there, no? That is the database name. Now here it is SAM database. For authentication, we use a protocol called Kerberos. Here in the old days, we use NTLM authentication. NTLM authentication. Guys, there is another word called Azure AD. What is Azure AD? Azure AD is Azure is a Microsoft public cloud service. Azure AD is Active Directory service from the Azure cloud. Azure AD means AD Active Directory service from Azure cloud. Azure is a Microsoft public cloud service. What is the use of this Azure AD? I will tell in a 2-3 points. Guys, to create an Active Directory environment, I need a server. So I have to purchase a physical server. Then I have to install a Windows Server operating system. Means I have to pay for that one. In a morning session only we have seen, means the previous session we have seen the server cost and the operating system cost, server operating system cost. Next one is, if server should be accessed through public, means you need a public IP address. Leased lines means your organization is located in different locations. Your organization is located in a different locations. We need a leased lines. Okay, so we need a leased lines. For example, Hyderabad one office, Pune another office, Noida another office, Chennai another office, Bangalore another office, New Jersey another office, New York another office. Okay, or London another office is there, or maybe in Australia, Sydney another office is there. For example, okay, different locations different servers I'm maintaining. I have to connect all these servers together. I have to go to leased lines. I have to purchase public IP addresses. Okay, to protect the servers from network attacks. So I required a network security, physical attacks, physical security, physical environmental maintenance. Data center we have seen the physical environment we have to maintain, servers, data storages, switches, routers, IP addresses, physical environment like a cooling system, humidity, temperatures, all these things I have to maintain. Okay, so this is the cost on my organization. I'm a middle class organization. I cannot bear multiple servers, multiple server licenses, and network equipment, and I have public IP addresses, leased lines, and as well as internet security, physical security, physical security, physical access security, internet access security means network access securities, uh, environment, physical environment maintenance. This is burden on my organization. Point number one. Second one is for maintenance, I need a people, means multiple people required. Network engineer required, server engineer is required, right? Network engineer is required, server engineer is required, storage administrator is required, physical facility manager, that is called a facility manager is required. Okay, employees. So employees maintenance, infrastructure maintenance is burden to the organization. So what is the best solution for this? Anyone? What is the best solution for this burden? No one is all are sleeping. Their mind is out of station. What is the best solution, guys? I cannot able to bear infrastructure cost, security, employees, management, okay, lease lines, public IP addresses. I can't able to bear that cost. I can't able to maintain. I have to provide a space. So what I have to do it? I cannot do it. Then what is the best solution for me?
Cloud storage.
Cloud solution, not cloud storage. Okay. Cloud storage is a one part in the cloud, but cloud is not storage. Okay. Very good. Cloud. So that's what I'm trying to show you here. Okay. So what is the main part of cloud? It is a pay as you go. What is the benefits of cloud? It is a pay as you go. How much you are utilizing, that much you only have to pay. For example, in my organization, I have a 50 users are there. At present, only 50 users. So for 50 users, I no need to maintain this much big infrastructure. Simply go to the Azure AD and take the Azure AD services. Okay, go to Azure AD, pay for 50 user per user cost you have to pay for 50 users, and directly you will get a active directory services from Azure. You paying for 50 users only. After 2 months, additionally another 50 is added. Means now 100 users. We'll pay for 100 users. After 6 months, again 20 users are there. All 80 members are gone. So we'll pay for 20 members only. Okay. So we pay for a 20 users. It is a pay as you go. How much you are utilizing or how much you are estimated to utilizing. So you have to pay according to it only. You don't need to pay additional cost. Okay. Next, no need to maintain the infrastructure. No need to maintain any infrastructure, physical infrastructure. No need to maintain. No need to worry about physical security, network security. No need to purchase any leased lines here. No need to purchase any public IP addresses. Why? Because of cloud can be accessed through internet. What is a cloud? Cloud provides services, or we are accessing a certain services like a virtual machine services means server, servers, storages, databases, applications we can access over the internet. That is the cloud. Okay. So benefits of cloud means you don't need to maintain any infrastructures, licenses, no need to maintain anything. Okay. Only thing is we can access your cloud from anywhere and from any device, any operating system, any any device, any operating system, from anywhere using internet we can access. It is a pay as you go means now I got a new project, I need that some infrastructure. I'm using from the cloud for a certain period of time. After that one I don't require, I will cancel that one. Means I no need to pay further. Okay. Like you are taking a rental kind of stuff. Exactly say you are renting a infrastructure or a platform or a software over the internet. No need to take the rental system to your home also. You're renting the service for a certain period of time. Rental completed or maybe you're no longer required, you can cancel anytime. That is a very simple. Okay. So that is a cloud benefits, guys. The cloud service models are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Cloud types are public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, community cloud. Infrastructure as a service means I need a virtual machine to run a specific code in it or a specific application in it, or I want to develop some application in it. So I want a direct infrastructure. I will do whatever I want to do it inside. I'll do it. So that is a infrastructure as a service. Platform as a service. I want to develop an application, but I don't know the basic infrastructure requirement. Means how many CPUs are required, how much RAM is required, how much storage is required. I don't know all these things. I'm simply a developer. I don't worry about infrastructure details. Simply, I will start developing. For example, Elastic Beanstalk, Oracle, Oracle database services, my Microsoft SQL services, MySQL services. That's examples. Okay. So you can Elastic Beanstalk, you can develop an application. So you'll get a runtime environment, Java runtime environment, background database. You will get it for storage. You will get it. Okay. So you don't need to worry about infrastructure. You can start develop your own application. You can run your own application in the platform as a service. Software as a service is a simply a application is available. You can use the application directly. Example, this Google Docs. I am running a where I'm running this slideshow. Slide is running in a web browser. Simply I'm accessing a application over the internet. So it is I'm running. This is a Excel. This is Office 365. This is Office 365. I'm using Excel in it. I can use Excel software on desktop and also I'm accessing Excel software over the browser through internet. So it means direct access of a software like a example Salesforce, ServiceNow, ServiceNow, BMC Helix. ServiceNow is a best example. ServiceNow, Salesforce, Dynamic 365, Dynamics 365, Office 365 or a Microsoft 365, Google Docs, okay, Google Docs. These are example for a software as a service. What is this type of services? Public means any person as an individual or an organization wise can access the public cloud like a AWS cloud, Azure cloud, Google cloud platform, okay, Oracle cloud platform, Rackspace, IBM cloud. any person, like as an individual person, we can utilize the cloud resources, as well as a organizational level also they can use cloud resources, means cloud platform. Private cloud is used by self-organization. For example, Savantis is an organization. Savantis is maintaining some data centers. They virtualize the data center. They create their own private cloud using a certain softwares like a VMware, vSphere, vCloud kind of concept. They use vCenter or a Microsoft SCVMM, SCAC, SCOEM, or a OpenStack kind of private cloud platforms. They create their own cloud for their organization purpose only. So private cloud means it's a cloud and utilized by their organization. Public cloud, someone created a public cloud and utilized by others. Hybrid cloud is a combination of private and public cloud. Hybrid cloud is a combination of private and public cloud. Community cloud means combination of two different organizations working together. So always an example like a hybrid cloud. I am having my own private cloud. I am having my own private cloud. I got a new project. My private cloud infrastructure is not enough. What I will do for temporarily, I mix my private cloud to public cloud. So I take public cloud and connect it to my private cloud, then I use it. That is called a hybrid cloud. I am a private cloud candidate. My infrastructure is not enough. I will take public cloud additionally to work with that project. So that is called a hybrid. And what is a community? I am a one organization working on a project, but that project also, the project also involves some other organizations. Example, best example is IRCTC. IRCTC is a IRCTC is a government organization, right? It's a railway department, and you want to take a reservation. You want to purchase a ticket, railway reservation through IRCTC website. IRCTC website maintained by TCS, Tata. TCS means TCS is an organization. IRCTC means the railway is one organization. TCS is different organization, both combinedly maintaining IRCTC website. Okay, like that's a different type of two organizations, two or more organization working on a same project, same purpose. That is called a community cloud. Guys, here it is. What is cloud? What is a cloud? Benefits of cloud, comparison between on-premises to the cloud. So benefits of cloud over the on-premises infrastructure means, as I said, first point, server maintenance, network components maintenance, network maintenance, dedicated servers or leased lines, IP addresses, firewalls, physical access, network access, physical infrastructure maintenance, environmental maintenance. So this is comparison with the cloud. The benefits of cloud or advantages of cloud using. What is cloud? Benefits of cloud. Comparing or a difference between on-premises server to cloud. Cloud service models, private clouds, sorry, cloud service models, cloud types, and cloud service providers. That is not added here. Maybe I added in some place, but I will put it. The important question is cloud service providers. Cloud service providers. What is this cloud service providers? Who is providing infrastructure as a service? Who is providing platform as a service? Who is providing software as a service? Who is providing public services? Who is providing private services? For example, AWS public cloud and AWS providing infrastructure as a service, platform as a service. Azure, Microsoft, Azure public cloud, Microsoft Azure is a public cloud providing infrastructure as a service, platform as a service. Say Microsoft Office 365, Dynamics 365, Power BI, Power BI is software as a service. Is a software as a service. Microsoft private cloud is also there. So that is a softwares provided by Microsoft for creating private cloud, system center, configuration manager, system center, virtual machine manager, app controllers, okay, app controllers, DPM. So many other tools are there. Or OpenStack. OpenStack is a open source private cloud platform. OpenStack, open source private cloud platform. VMware, we realize, vCloud, vCenter. These are all used. vSpare, okay, and Citrix, Zen centers, okay, Zen Cloud, so private cloud kind of. Hybrid means yeah, already told Microsoft kind of. GCP, Global Cloud Platform, not global, Google Cloud Platform, right? Google Cloud Platform means it's a public cloud, what it is providing. Guys, so cloud service providers and what services they are providing: public cloud, private cloud, or infrastructure as a service, or a platform as a service, software as a service, with examples. Okay, explain always with links. I given only short notes. Basically my point is to explain about Azure AD, but already you have an idea. I thought you guys are already having an idea about the basics of cloud. So I given one revision about a cloud. If you don't know the cloud part, so ask me not tomorrow, okay? Maybe Monday or Tuesday, remind me. I will explain cloud again, point to point. Okay, I didn't write anything about a cloud here. Okay, so if you got about a cloud, good. If you're not, please ask me once again on Monday class, Monday or Tuesday. So I will tell you. Guys, are you okay with up to now? Completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 2 points, guys: authentication and authorization. Authentication means verification of identity, like a username, password, or certain keys. Authentication means verification of identity. Sometimes we will get authenticated using certain keys also there. That's I said. So it is simple to understand. Verification of username and password is called authentication. What is authorization? What is authorization? Allow or deny, or we can say access permission. Okay. So for example, you went to a office. You got a swiping card is there, no? Or a thumb. What it is? You swipe the card. So the machine will be verify your identity, your swiping card identity. The card name and password kind of stuff. It identify your card identity, the key, and it is authenticate you. First you will get authenticated. You are authenticated or not. Next one is it opens the door. First authentication. Once you are authenticated, then you are authorized to go inside. Then you are authorized to go inside. That is called a authorization. Understand? Authentication means you swipe the card, it is verify your card identity, your key. So that is identified, and then it verifies it is there or not. So you are authenticated. Once you are authenticated, you are allowed to access or not. That is the second point. You are allowed to access, then door opens, you are go. You are authenticated but not allowed to access now. Then, for example, your office at 9 o'clock. You went there at 8 o'clock, but you should not be there earlier. Means 1 hour earlier, 2 hours earlier, you should not be there. Or you have to leave the office. You are leaving early. You are not supposed to. 8 hours completed, then leave. Then no authorization to leave. Okay. So this is the point. Example, you want to access the printer. You are authenticated by domain controller. So you are authenticated user. but you are trying to access a printer, you are not allowed to access the printer. Means authorization is failed there. Authorization not giving permission to access the printer. You are getting authorization to access a VPN, but not printer. That is authorization allow or deny access permissions. That is the last point, guys. Only two main topics are there. One is DHCP, DNS. That is we will discuss on Monday. Why Monday? Tomorrow we are going to discuss about Outlook completely. Okay, that's the point I want to say. That's it for today, guys. If you are understand anything, that is a good. If you don't understand anything,